Do you think you're creating your life, or are you just a mere observer? You wake up, brush your teeth, have your coffee, go to work, come back, watch something, go to sleep, and then repeat it all over again the next day. You go through your days just wishing for the weekend, so you can finally do something different, giving yourself a break from this monotonous routine. This repetition isn't a coincidence. Everything that exists in our physical reality exists as pure potential. The quantum field doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. This means you don't attract what you desire, but rather what is in resonance with your energetic signature. You may dream of an abundant life, but if your vibration still carries scarcity and doubt, the universe will continue to reflect that frequency of limitation. And the truth is, 99% of people live on autopilot, unaware of the power they hold. They believe they're just reacting to reality, when in fact they're collapsing that very same reality over and over again without even realizing it. But there is a way to change this. And throughout this video, you'll understand exactly how to adjust your vibration to transform your reality from the inside out. If you feel like you're stuck in an endless cycle, if you've tried to change your life and nothing seems to work, pay close attention, because what I'm about to reveal might be just what you need to finally take control of your destiny. Everything in the universe is energy. Your mind, your body, your thoughts and emotions are constantly emitting a vibrational signature that interacts with the quantum field. The problem is, most people don't realize that their real vibration is often misaligned with what they want. Have you ever wondered why so many people want prosperity but remain stuck in financial struggles? Or why so many desire a loving relationship but always end up attracting frustrating experiences? This happens because wanting something is not enough. If your vibration doesn't match that reality, the universe can't deliver it to you. If your vibration isn't tuned to the frequency of what you desire, all you get is confusion, blockages, and the repetition of the same patterns. That's why every day feels the same. If you don't change, your outer world won't change either. Science has already proven that reality is not as solid as it seems. On the quantum level, everything is potential energy, waiting to be collapsed into something concrete. Most people live on autopilot, reacting to life instead of actively creating their reality. They wake up every day feeling the same emotions, thinking the same thoughts, and consequently emitting the same vibration. The result? More of the same. But what if you could break that cycle? What if you could tune into a different frequency and attract an entirely new future? This is not just spiritual theory. It's a real principle of quantum physics and neuroscience. Your brain, when stimulated in new ways, literally creates new neural connections, changing your perception and consequently, the reality you experience. Remember the monotonous routine we mentioned at the beginning? Waking up, repeating the same habits, wishing for the weekend, and in the end, feeling like nothing has really changed. This happens because your vibration is stuck in an energy loop. The universe responds to who you are, not what you want. If every day you wake up with the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, and act the same way, your vibration keeps emitting exactly the same frequency. And the result? You collapse the same possibilities, living the same reality over and over again. And that's why so many people feel stuck, with no real progress. They believe they want change, but they don't adjust their internal frequency to vibrate in tune with that new reality. And until the vibration changes, nothing will change on the outside. Now maybe you're thinking, but I want to change. I want a different life. And I ask you, what have you been vibrating? Because wishing isn't enough. You might want an amazing relationship, but if deep down you fear getting hurt, your vibration is misaligned. You might dream of a prosperous life, but if you're still carrying scarcity beliefs, your energy is still in the frequency of lack. If the quantum field responds to your vibration and not your desire, the essential question is, what's the right frequency to manifest what you want? Spiritual masters, great manifestors, And even scientists studying the mind-matter connection have understood that reality bends to those who master their internal vibration. People like Nikola Tesla, who said, "If you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration," already knew that the secret to creation lies in tuning your own frequency. But here's the point that almost nobody tells you. You already have a dominant vibration. Right now, you're already emitting a specific frequency to the quantum field, which could either be aligned or misaligned with what you want. And this vibration doesn't just come from what you consciously think, but from your deep beliefs, habitual emotions, and even the state of your physical body. People who master the art of manifestation understand that it's not enough to want something. You need to become that something. The mistake most people make is waiting for circumstances to change first, and only then feeling good. They say, "When I have money, I'll be at peace." Or, "When I find the love of my life, I'll be happy." But this logic is backwards. The energy needs to change inside of you first, so the universe can reflect that new vibration back. So, what's the lost code of great manifestors? What do they do differently? They understand it's not about wishing, it's about embodying the frequency of what they want to experience. They enter a state of certainty, trust, and alignment, as if what they want is already real. This means that instead of just desperately wanting something, you need to start feeling and acting like someone who already has what they desire. When this internal transformation happens, the quantum field responds immediately, bringing circumstances, people, and opportunities that resonate with this new vibration. Many people spend years trying to apply the law of attraction without seeing real results. They make positive affirmations, create vision boards, visualize what they want, but nothing changes. If this is your case, you might be stuck in one of the biggest myths about manifestation, the idea that it's enough to simply want something intensely for it to materialize. The truth is that the law of attraction, as it's been popularized, only presents part of the process. The mistake is believing that wanting something is enough. But if the universe doesn't respond to what you want, but to who you are, then desiring without changing your internal vibration is useless. A big problem with the traditional approach to the law of attraction is that it leads many people into inertia. They believe that just thinking positively and waiting for the universe to do all the work is enough. But the reality is that manifestation requires inspired action. Great manifestors don't just visualize. They act in alignment with the vibration of what they desire. If you want to change your life, you can't just imagine that change. You need to start living as if it's already happening. This doesn't mean spending money you don't have or pretending to be something you're not, but rather adopting the feelings, thoughts, and behaviors aligned with the reality you want to attract. To understand vibration, we need to look at three fundamental elements that shape your reality: your mind, your heart, and your energy field. The mind is the foundation of your perception. Everything starts with the thoughts you feed yourself daily. If your mind is full of worries, insecurities, and limiting beliefs, your vibration will be dense and misaligned with anything positive you want to manifest. But if you learn to direct your attention to thoughts of abundance, confidence, and gratitude, your vibration will naturally rise. The heart is the amplifier of your energy. Your emotions have an even greater impact on your vibration than your thoughts. Feelings like love, joy, and gratitude generate a coherent energetic signature, while fear, anger, and anxiety create a chaotic vibration that interferes with the manifestation process. And finally, we have the energy field, which works as a frequency magnet. Your field is formed by the sum of your predominant emotions, the beliefs you carry, and even the state of your physical body. If you're always stressed, tired, or carrying unresolved emotional tensions, your vibration weakens. But when you learn to balance your mind and heart, your energy field strengthens, becoming a true transmitter of the reality you want to create. The key to adjusting your vibration correctly is to align these three elements. It's not enough to think positively if your emotions are misaligned. There's no point in feeling gratitude if, deep down, you still carry scarcity beliefs. When the mind, heart, and energy field are in harmony, You enter a state of vibrational coherence, where manifestation becomes natural and inevitable. At every moment, you're emitting a unique vibrational signature. This signature is like an energetic code that the universe constantly reads to determine which experiences, people, and opportunities will be attracted to your life. Imagine that your vibration works like an invisible ID card. If your energy carries fear, scarcity, or insecurity, you're signing an energetic contract with situations that reinforce those emotional states. If your vibration is one of trust, gratitude, and abundance, you're tuning into realities that reflect that frequency. The problem is that most people don't realize they're constantly signing their reality energetically. They think they're victims of circumstances when, in fact, they're emitting a vibration that is continuously shaping their experiences. If you feel like your life is stuck, it's because, on some level, your vibrational signature is still trapped in old patterns that keep repeating themselves. This can be clearly seen in people who always attract the same toxic relationships, the same financial problems, or the same lack of opportunities. They even say they want something different, but their deep vibration is still aligned with the old. Until that energetic signature changes, the reality will continue reflecting the same frequency. The good news is that your vibrational signature isn't fixed. You can reprogram it and energetically sign a new reality. But for that, you need to understand which patterns you're currently vibrating and how to start consciously realigning your energy. If you could measure the frequency of your emotions, you'd find that they have specific vibrations, capable of either elevating or lowering your energy. Feelings like fear, guilt, and frustration carry dense vibrations, while love, gratitude, and enthusiasm generate elevated frequencies that make manifestation easier. Now, think about your daily routine. What are the predominant emotions in your day-to-day life? If you wake up feeling tired, frustrated, or worried, you're starting the day with a misaligned vibrational signature. If this continues to repeat, your energy gets used to operating at that frequency, and over time, your reality starts reflecting those same emotions. Now that you understand how your emotions influence your vibration, the next question is, how can you change your energetic state quickly to align with the reality you want? There's a powerful technique that many manifestors use to recalibrate their frequency instantly. This technique combines breathing, visualization, and emotional coherence to create an elevated vibrational state in just a few minutes. Alignment breathing. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose, counting to 4. Hold the breath for another 4 seconds, then slowly exhale through your mouth. Repeat this cycle 3 times. This type of breathing slows down your heart rate and sends a signal to your brain that you're safe, reducing stress and allowing for a higher vibrational state. Emotional activation. Now, bring to mind a memory or an imagined scene that triggers an intense positive emotion. It could be a happy memory, a moment of gratitude, or even a visualization of a desired future, as if it's already happening. The important thing is to genuinely feel the emotion. Energy expansion. With this emotion activated, imagine it expanding from your heart throughout your entire body like a wave of warmth or radiant light. Visualize this energy filling your energy field around you and connecting with the universe. Vibrational affirmation. While maintaining this elevated feeling, mentally repeat an affirmation that reinforces this frequency. Something like, I am the vibration of abundance, or I am already everything I desire to be. This exercise, when done daily, begins to reprogram your vibrational signature. You're not just thinking differently, but feeling differently, and that's what truly shifts your frequency and allows the universe to respond differently. Many people try to manifest external changes without first transforming their internal energy. The quantum field doesn't respond to words, intentions, or superficial desires. It responds to your true energetic signature, the one that comes from the sum of your deepest thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. If you want to know what your current vibration is, just look at your life. Your external reality is a direct reflection of the energy you constantly emit. One of the biggest challenges in aligning your vibration with the reality you desire is maintaining that elevated frequency consistently. Many people can raise their energy for a few moments, but soon fall back into old patterns of fear, doubt, and scarcity. This creates a vibrational oscillation effect, where you alternate between being aligned with your manifestation and falling back into frequencies that block it. This oscillation happens because your mind and body are still conditioned to old vibrational patterns. If for years you've cultivated negative thoughts, constant worries, or limiting beliefs, your energetic system is programmed to operate at that frequency. When you try to change, your subconscious may resist, bringing back emotions and behaviors that reinforce your old vibration. The danger of this oscillation is that it weakens your manifestation. The universe responds to your predominant vibration, not to fleeting moments of high frequency. If you spend 5 minutes feeling gratitude and confidence, but the rest of the day vibrating with anxiety and doubt, your reality will continue reflecting that oscillation. So, how do you avoid this effect? The secret lies in repetition and consistency. Just like a muscle needs to be trained to become stronger, your vibration also needs constant practice to stabilize. Daily practices like meditation, breathing exercises, visualizations, and elevated emotional states help reprogram your energy field. The more time you spend vibrating at the frequency of what you want, the more this energy becomes your new vibrational identity. A real-life example of this effect is the story of Jim Carrey, the famous Hollywood actor. Before becoming one of the biggest names in comedy, he went through severe financial struggles. At one point, he decided to use the power of visualization and vibration to change his reality. He wrote himself a check for $10 million, dated it for 5 years into the future. Every time he looked at that check, he didn't just wish for the money. He saw himself and felt like a successful actor, vibrating with the energy of abundance as if it were already real. However, what made the difference for Jim Carrey wasn't just visualizing this future once in a while, but maintaining that vibration every day, even when his external reality still showed struggles. He refused to slip back into feelings of scarcity and stayed aligned with the energy of success. And years later, he received exactly the amount he had written when he was hired to star in a major film. His story shows that the key to avoiding vibrational oscillation is to persist in the new frequency until it becomes your dominant energetic identity. If you learn to consistently keep your vibration high, your reality will be forced to reorganize to reflect this new energy. Now, think about the great manifestors in history. They didn't just want success. They saw themselves as successful people even before having any external proof of it. Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, and even athletes like Michael Jordan developed such a strong internal identity that their realities had to adjust to reflect that conviction. True change happens when you stop acting like someone who wants a new life and start acting like someone who already has that new life. This doesn't mean pretending or being irresponsible, but rather aligning your emotions, thoughts, and actions with the reality you want to live. If you desire abundance, ask yourself, how does a prosperous person act? How do they think? How do they feel every day? If you want a healthy relationship, ask yourself, how would someone who already lives that love behave? How do they feel about themselves? One of the most paradoxical aspects of manifestation is that the more you pursue something with anxiety and attachment, the more you push it away from your reality. This happens because attachment generates a frequency of scarcity and need, which is the exact opposite of the vibration of someone who already has what they desire. In quantum physics, there's a concept called wave function collapse, which suggests that when you observe a particle, it behaves in a specific way. However, if you try to control or force an outcome, you may end up interfering with your own manifestation process.
This happens because your energy starts vibrating with impatience, doubt, and fear, and the universe responds by reinforcing those same emotions. A classic example of this phenomenon can be seen in people who desperately desire a relationship. They want to find someone so badly that they end up vibrating with neediness and insecurity, which ironically repels potential partners. The solution? Quantum detachment.
This doesn't mean giving up on what you want. but rather letting go of the need for it, trusting that the universe is already organizing everything for you. When you release attachment, your vibration shifts from anxiety to certainty, and this change in frequency creates an energetic space where your manifestations can finally materialize. Great spiritual masters have always taught this. Buddha himself said, "Suffering comes from attachment." When you stop trying to control every detail and simply flow with trust, the universe has room to work in your favor. And it's in this state of surrender that manifestations happen more quickly and easily. One of the biggest blocks for people trying to manifest something is the obsession with when. Many people do everything right, raise their vibration, practice gratitude, visualize their new reality. But at some point, they start asking themselves, why hasn't it happened yet? Or, when is this going to materialize? And it's exactly this concern with time that stops the manifestation from happening. This happens because, at the quantum level, linear time as we know it doesn't exist. Past, present, and future are simply different vibrational states. What determines the moment something manifests is not chronological time, but rather your energetic frequency. Whenever you ask when something will happen, you're vibrating with doubt and impatience. And this vibration tells the universe that you don't have what you desire yet. If your vibration says, it hasn't happened yet, the quantum field continues to reflect that reality, and the manifestation stays distant. What you want already exists in the field of possibilities. The secret is to enter the frequency of someone who is already living that reality now, without waiting for the future. This explains why some people can manifest rapid changes, while others spend years waiting. It's not about time, it's about vibrational alignment. The exact moment something manifests depends on your ability to sustain this new vibration without oscillating back into doubt or impatience. When you stop watching the clock and simply align with your new reality, manifestation happens at the perfect moment, which is often much faster than you imagined. Reality works like a mirror. Everything happening around you isn't by chance, but rather a direct reflection of the energy you emit. If you want to understand your current vibration, just observe your life. Your finances, relationships, health, and opportunities are projections of what you've been predominantly vibrating. If your life is full of repetitive challenges, it doesn't mean bad luck or a poor fate, but rather a vibrational pattern that keeps being reflected by the universe. The secret to transforming your reality is to look at everything as energetic feedback. If something isn't going well, ask yourself, what inside of me is creating this experience? And instead of trying to change the reflection in the mirror, change the energy you're emitting. When your vibration rises, reality inevitably reorganizes itself to reflect this new version of you. If you want to break free from this repetitive cycle and learn how to align your vibration with the reality you desire, I invite you to join the Quantum Thinking Challenge. Over the course of 21 days, you'll have a practical step-by-step guide to reprogram your mind and energy, getting out of autopilot mode and taking control of your manifestation. By now, you've probably realized that your reality isn't a matter of chance. Everything you experience is a direct reflection of your vibration. The universe doesn't respond to random desires or superficial intentions. It responds to the energy you maintain in your daily life. If you keep repeating the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and living on autopilot, your life will stay exactly as it is. But if you become aware of your vibrational signature and adjust it to align with the reality you want, everything will start to shift. The secret isn't just wanting something. It's about becoming vibrationally compatible with that something. It's about your ability to feel now what you want to experience in the future. It's about stopping the search outside and starting to create within. If this content resonated with you, share in the comments what your biggest insight was. And if you want more teachings like this, subscribe to the channel to keep elevating your consciousness and learning how to master your reality.